You're listening to the Keep the Weight Off podcast with Dr. Angela
and Marshall,
episode number 151.
Welcome to the Keep the Weight Off podcast, where we bust all the dieting myths and discover not just how to lose weight, but more importantly, how to keep it off. We go way beyond the food, and we use science and psychology to give you strategies that work. And now your host, Dr. Angela Zechmann.
All right. Hey, everyone, and welcome to the podcast this week. How are you doing, Marshall?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Well, I'm busy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I know you're really busy, though.
Well, we're in the middle of one of our Belly Busters challenges. So this week is a busy one for me. And you know what I have to say about these challenges is it's always so much fun to watch people go through the challenge. They are so excited about learning so much about how to get rid. It's a Belly Busters challenge. So we're learning about belly fat. We're learning about visceral fat. We're learning about what causes it. We're learning about how to get rid of it. And I give them like little assignments to do. And so they post their homework assignments and they get prizes. And it's just so much fun to watch the light bulbs go off. It's really, really fun.
I agree. Something that I really love about, being involved in the challenge is, we've been together for 6 years. So sometimes, when you hear the same thing for a while, you sort of just take it for granted that you know the information, and it's just become, part of your knowledge.
Right.
And when I get to witness people hearing this information coming from you for the first time, and like you said, the light bulbs going off and just how people comment, how it just changed their lives. It's just so special to me. I just love it. It's so touching. And I love it.
Yeah, it is. It's really, really fun. It's super fun. So
yeah.
If you are listening to this and you think you would like to join us, guess what? It's not too late. You can still join us. So you can get in right now and easily catch up. So just go to journeybeyondweightloss.com/challenge. It's totally free. Join us in the fun. You'll get connected to our challenge Facebook group and you'll start getting emails with the information on how to join us in the daily Zoom calls. You can watch it either on Zoom or in Facebook. And then you'll have until January 31st to watch all of it before all the videos go away. So there's still plenty of time if you want to learn how to bust through some belly fat.
Yeah, sign up. It's not too late. You won't regret it.
Yeah, great. All right. So join us in the Belly Buster Challenge. Today, I want to talk about some of the lies that we tell ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when it comes to making changes, our brains come up with all kinds of lies and excuses. So you ready for this, Marshall?
Oh, yeah, I'm very ready for this.
Okay. All right. So here is the first lie that I want to talk about. And it is, I'll start tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard yourself say that one?
Yeah. Oh,
I'll just start tomorrow. Like,
definitely.
Okay. So I've done that numerous times. So let's think about this. So let's say that you slipped and you ate something that's not on your plan. Like, let's say someone in your household made cookies and you had one. And for many people, what will happen is the brain will just say, okay, fine, let's just give up our good nutrition plan for today. And the next thing you know, you eat more cookies and we'll just call today a fail. We'll start over tomorrow. And so then they spend the rest of the day, basically just getting back into junk food and more cookies and feeling really badly about it the whole time. And thinking, I'll just fix it tomorrow. And then the next day, they feel so badly that they think, this is just too hard. I give up. Has that ever happened?
Definitely. What more personally for me, what has happened is every time that I go on vacation, I always, give myself permission to splurge.
Yeah.
And then, I'll get back on track after vacation. And when I get back, and so that's kind of what has happened to me over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah. So your brain is saying, well, I'll just call this vacation a wash.
Yep.
And I'll get back on track after vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it happens to me a lot too. Not necessarily vacations, but there are times where, there's just this all or none thing that goes on in our brain. And it's like, it's either got to be perfect or nothing. So I just want all of us to know that all or none thinking is going to get us nowhere fast. Nowhere.
Oh, that's good to know, though.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of us can be super hard on ourselves if we're not perfect.
Exactly. Well, nothing in this world is perfect. And you're not perfect, and you don't have to be perfect to make progress. So just remember that.
Good to know.
If you slip, don't worry about it. Just get right back on track with your next meal. That's what you always say, Marshall. I'm just going to get back on track with my next meal. So you'll be fine. The only way that you won't be fine is if you just give up completely. Does
exactly.
that make sense?
Never give up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, here's another example of when we might say something like, I'll start tomorrow. So let's say that you've been thinking about getting focused on getting some weight off and getting healthier. And you were thinking that New Year's would be a good time. That's when a lot of people think about this. But New Year's came and you decided, no, I've got a vacation coming up, or I've got a big project at work, or I've got too much going on. I just can't think about this right now. And so you put it off. And now we're nearing the end of January and you're still finding excuses not to get started on your weight loss journey. You really want to get healthier. You really do. And you're thinking, gosh, spring and summer's coming around soon. I'd really love to be able to feel confident in my summer clothes. And you have this vision of what it could be. But when it comes down to taking any action, you keep saying, I'll do this later when it's more convenient. But a more convenient time never comes, right?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. So here's what I want all of us to understand. There's never going to be a convenient time to do this. Never. It's never going to be a perfect time. Life is always going to be throwing little curveballs your way. Kids are going to get sick. Work is going to get stressful. Projects are going to need to get done. It's always going to be something. There's always going to be an excuse to put it off. Now, remember, we talked a few podcasts ago about how transformation is now. Remember that podcast, Michelle?
I do. I loved that podcast.
Transformation is not tomorrow or next Monday or when I get back from my vacation or when this big project is over. Transformation is in the next decision that you make. So you want to ask yourself, with the very next decision you make, is this decision a vote for the person I am becoming? You don't have to make massive changes. You just want to think about the decision that's in front of you right now and ask yourself, what decision is in alignment with the future that I'm creating for myself? Does that make sense?
Okay, this is getting me thinking now.
Okay. So let's say that I always love to give examples. So let's say that you've been overwhelmed. So you decide you're going to DoorDash something. So you make a decision in that moment. Am I going to DoorDash a pizza or am I going to get something healthy? There's plenty of options that you can dash that would be much better for you than pizza, unless it's cauliflower crust pizza, right? But although even sometimes those can be questionable, I'm not really sure. So
so I do have a thing that I do with that, and so I have some go-to meals.
Yeah.
But I haven't been practicing it. So I have to I have to go back and remember all the things I've forgotten since vacation. So,
okay.
That's how you're getting me thinking. Cause I'm like, oh yeah, I know how to do that. Yeah, I got this.
Yeah. So all you got to do is just ask yourself, what decision can I make right now that's going to be most in alignment with the future that I want to create for myself? It's a really great question to ask.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. And what I can say is that when you start thinking like this, it makes it a lot easier to make small changes that'll really add up over time. And you don't have to put anything off for a more convenient time, right?
Yeah.
Do something simple right now.
Yep.
Okay. Here's another lie we tell ourselves. You ready for the next one?
Yeah. Yeah. Lay it on me.
One bite won't hurt.
Oh, no.
Well,
oh boy.
Here's the truth on this one. One bite probably won't hurt. That's actually true. But how many of us actually stop at one bite, right? Sometimes that one bite becomes a gateway, and then there's another bite, and then another bite, and another bite. And I actually have kind of a funny story to tell about this. One time, my youngest daughter was in high school, and she had some friends over, and they made a pan of brownies, like chocolate frosted brownies. Like, this is one of my trigger foods. This is something that, I cannot stay away from it. So I told myself this one bite won't hurt lie. So I'm not going to have a whole brownie. That's too much. I'm just going to have a sliver off the edge of the pan. So I fell for this lie that my brain was telling me, and I had that bite. So Marshall, can you guess what happened?
I kind of can guess, yeah. That you ate more?
Yeah. I went back and I got another sliver.
Yep.
And a few minutes later, I went back and I got another sliver. And, I was just thinking to myself, well, I'll just even this out. And before we've done that before, right?
Yes.
Before I knew it, I'd eaten half the pan of brownies. Seriously, like half the pan of brownies.
Yeah, I can understand.
So don't you think it might have been a little bit easier if I had just eaten a brownie and called it good? Like,
yeah, but even that, even that's risky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when with me, yeah, it is risky. Similar things can happen with the office candy bowl or the tortilla chips at the Mexican restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Like you've got good intentions, but somehow one bite is never enough.
This is true.
So just ask yourself if you've ever fallen prey to this lie. It is a super common one, and it happens to all of us. Okay.
Yes, it does. Yep.
All right. So that's the lie that says one bite won't hurt. The last lie that I want to talk about is the lie that says, I deserve this. I had a stressful day. Yep. I deserve this drink. I deserve this candy. I deserve this cookie, whatever it might be. How many times do we think this thought? I know it happens to me all the time.
I thought this a lot when I was drinking. That was a big, big, big lie that I told myself.
Yeah. So how about we replace this lie with the truth? I deserve to feel good, and I deserve to be healthy. That's the truth about what we deserve. It's interesting, because all of these thoughts that I've mentioned, the lies, like I'll start tomorrow, or one bite won't hurt, or I deserve this, these are all permission thoughts. So that's what they're called in the world of psychology or behavioral health. They're called permission thoughts. They come from our primitive brain, that part of our brain that cannot think past the next 15 minutes, and it's just looking for its dopamine hit. And this part of our brain is so strong and so compelling because it's ancient, and it's been keeping us alive for hundreds of thousands of years. So these lies just sound like the truth, like the way things are. I deserve this. One bite won't hurt. I'll start tomorrow. Really powerful and really compelling thoughts, right?
Right.
But they get in the way of our long-term health, especially when we live in such a highly toxic food environment where all of this processed foods and all of these addictive foods are everywhere, and they're socially acceptable, and they're glamorized, and they're advertised. So I just want all of us to start paying attention. Like, expect your brain to offer you these thoughts and become aware of them. And then ask yourself, well, am I going to listen to these lies and give myself permission to get my dopamine hit? Or am I going to try something different? Remember that transformation is now, not next week, not after your vacation, not once work slows down. You have the power to make new choices right now.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. Do you have anything that you want to add, Marshall?
No, that was a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot of good information. Yeah.
It really will help you think if you start noticing these patterns in your own brain. So,
yes.
Okay, everyone, that's what we've got for this week. Have a great week. Join us in the Belly Busters Challenge if you're not already in it. And we will see you next week. Take care. Bye.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, if you really want to lose weight and keep it off for good, your next step is to sign up for Dr. Angela's free weight loss course, where you're going to learn everything you need to get started on your weight loss journey the right way. Just head over to journeybeyondweightloss.com/free course to sign up. Also, it would be awesome if you could take a few moments and write a review on iTunes. Thanks, and we'll see you in Journey Beyond Weight Loss.